Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Honda Pilot from model years 2016 to 2022 may face diagnostic trouble codes DTC P0982 and P0983, which specifically indicate issues with the Shift Solenoid Valve D. These DTCs can indicate two core problems. P0982 signifies a low input from the Shift Solenoid Valve D, while P0983 signifies a high input. An electrical circuit issue leads to these trouble codes, suggesting a malfunction within the transmission's electronic control system, rather than mechanical failure. The Shift Solenoid Valve D is a crucial component in regulating the transmission fluid flow, thus influencing the shifting process for optimal performance. In this guide, we will explore detailed troubleshooting steps to diagnose and resolve these codes, ensuring smooth operation of the vehicle's transmission continues. In the context of the DTCs P0982 and P0983 for the Honda Pilot, the Shift Solenoid Valve D plays an essential role in managing the transmission's fluid dynamics. This solenoid controls the flow of transmission fluid to facilitate smooth gear transitions, thereby affecting overall vehicle performance. It is located within the transmission assembly, usually linked directly to the Transmission Control Module, TCM. The TCM is an electronic component that governs shifting operations based on various inputs from the vehicle's systems. The presence of these trouble codes indicates an electrical circuit problem, suggesting issues such as open or shorted wiring, signal inconsistencies, or potential faults in the connections between the solenoid and the TCM. Thus, the diagnosis requires a clear understanding of this electrical architecture. When diagnosing DTCs P0982 and P0983, several potential causes must be considered. Firstly, an open circuit in the wiring related to the Shift Solenoid Valve D may exist, resulting in the low or high input signal to the TCM, leading to improper transmission behavior. Secondly, a short circuit to ground in the wiring could occur, creating an unexpected pathway for electrical current and affecting solenoid performance. Lastly, the hydraulic control unit itself may be faulty, which could inhibit the solenoid's ability to control fluid pressure effectively. In identifying these issues, it is critical to conduct thorough electrical tests, as the errors primarily stem from electrical rather than mechanical faults. The symptoms associated with DTCs P0982 and P0983 may manifest in various ways that impact the driving experience. Drivers might experience erratic or rough gear shifting, where the vehicle's transmission does not change gears smoothly, causing performance hiccups. Additionally, illumination of warning lights on the dashboard, particularly the check engine or transmission warning lights, is a common indicator of a problem within the transmission system. These trouble codes could also lead to decreased overall transmission performance, which may affect acceleration and driving efficiency. It is crucial to address these symptoms promptly to prevent potential safety hazards and further mechanical failure. The first step in troubleshooting DTCs P0982 and P0983 involves confirming the issue. Begin by turning the vehicle ignition to the on mode without starting the engine. After this, utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the existing DTCs, ensuring no previous codes interfere with the diagnosis. Following the clearing process, switch the ignition to the off/lock mode for a brief moment, and then return it to the on mode. This initialization allows the vehicle systems to reset. After several seconds, check the HDS again for any pending or confirmed DTCs. If either P0982 or P0983 is still indicated, it confirms that the issue is persistent and that further troubleshooting steps are necessary. For the second troubleshooting step, the goal is to inspect the wiring associated with the Shift Solenoid Valve D. Begin by turning the vehicle ignition to the off lock mode. Next, proceed to disconnect the connectors from both the TCM subharness 26P connector and the TCM 58P connector. With the connectors removed, check for continuity between designated test points to ensure that the wires are intact. This involves using a multimeter to measure resistance between specific terminals on the subharness and the TCM. Testing under these conditions helps to identify any open circuits in the wiring that could be causing the low or high input signals reported by the DTCs. The third troubleshooting step focuses on identifying any shorts to ground within the wiring for the Shift Solenoid Valve D. With the vehicle still in the off lock mode and the TCM connectors disconnected, you'll need to conduct a continuity test from the designated terminals to the vehicle's body ground. This process checks for any unwanted connections that could inadvertently allow current to flow to ground, affecting the solenoid's operation. If continuity is found between the specified terminal and the ground, this indicates a short, and repairs must be made to the wire. If no continuity is detected, this suggests the wiring is intact, and the next course of action would be to replace the hydraulic control unit as it may be failing. After completing the designated repairs for DTCs P0982 and P0983, it is imperative to perform a final verification to ensure that the issues have been adequately resolved. Begin by confirming that all repairs have been executed correctly, checking any wiring connections or components replaced. Subsequently, recheck for any DTCs using the HDS tool to confirm that no new or persistent codes appear. Once satisfied with the diagnostic results, conduct a test drive of the vehicle to verify proper transmission function. During the drive, observe the shifting behavior and monitor the performance closely. If no issues arise and no codes are displayed post-test drive, this indicates successful resolution of the identified faults. To prevent the recurrence of DTCs P0982 and P0983, implementing preventive maintenance strategies is essential. Begin with regular inspections of the wiring associated with the transmission, especially those linked to the Shift Solenoid Valve D. Visual checks can identify frayed or damaged wires before they lead to significant issues. Additionally, monitoring the overall performance of the transmission can help catch irregularities early, allowing for prompt action to be taken. Employing high-quality parts during replacements will also contribute to the longevity and reliability of the transmission system. Maintaining the transmission fluid at the correct levels and ensuring it is clean helps prevent shifting issues from arising. In conclusion, DTCs P0982 and P0983 highlight electrical issues related to the Shift Solenoid Valve D in the Honda Pilot from 2016 to 2022. Troubleshooting these codes requires a systematic approach, focusing on the integrity of the wiring and connections involved. Comprehensive checks for continuity, shorts, and correct functionality of related components are vital to resolving these issues effectively. Additionally, implementing preventive maintenance practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of these trouble codes reappearing in the future. By understanding the symptoms, causes, and methods for troubleshooting, Honda Pilot owners can ensure their vehicle maintains optimal transmission performance and reliability. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.